Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's BTAS episode for the start of season 2 is Eternal Youth. So, oh, Jesus. Okay, sorry. Thought I saw something. It's fine. I'm not gonna restart everything. So anyway, this is a Poison Ivy themed episode. So it starts off that you see like this luxurious spa, and this lady, she's like running for dear life, and it turns out the person she's running from is Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy eventually like runs her down because the woman collapsed because she's so exhausted, and then Poison Ivy just shoots her with something that turns her into a tree, which is kind of horrifying. Uh, so fast forward, it shows like Bruce Wayne. He's on the phone. He's really pissed. Apparently, some of like the board members okayed a logging company to tear down part of an Amazonian rainforest. So he's pissed. He's like, "You better shut it down right now." And that ends that. Just once again solidifying how good of a character Bruce Wayne is. I cannot stress enough how important it is to me to see Bruce Wayne being a good guy. Um, like so many newer versions of Bruce Wayne, it's just like he's not even there, and the main focus is just Batman. And it's just it gets so boring because Bruce Wayne, he has some nuance because he's a genuinely good person at heart, and it just have him being like dark and brooding all the time. I don't know. It's not for me. I don't like that version of Bruce Wayne. I like the version where he's helpful, he's kind, he just tries to do the right thing. That's my Bruce Wayne. Anyway, so Alfred, he's looking through the mail. He's like, "Hey, Master Wayne, you got a videotape from the spa company," and they're playing it, and they're like right in the middle of it. Uh, Alfred's girlfriend Maggie, she shows up from a run, and she it's really weird. She kind of just lets herself in and then plays the video, which I'm just like, lady, if it was any other billionaire, they'd kick your ass out and be like, "Who the fuck are you? You're just my help's girlfriend. Like, get the fuck out of here." I mean, Bruce Wayne being the G that he is, he's like, "That's fine, I don't care." Um, so the three of them are watching it, and it's basically these ladies saying how they earned a free spa weekend, or Bruce Wayne's invited to a free spa weekend, and Bruce is like, guys, my weekends are pretty packed. Why don't you two take the weekend together? And sorry, a little stuffy. So they go, and I did find it kind of odd. They're on their way there, and I guess they're driving a British car because the steering wheel is on the right side, um, which I didn't know you could drive those in America. I mean, somebody feel free to correct me if that's the case. I just would assume you would have to drive in a car that has the the right wheel side to it. I don't know. I could be wrong. This was made in the '90s. Maybe it wasn't so strict. I've never seen driving on a road somebody in that kind of a setup of a car. Well, actually, I don't know. I just found it odd. So they get there, and then Poison Ivy, she's going under the guise of Dr. Demeter, which is the goddess of I want to say it's like vegetation in Greek mythology. I could be wrong. Maybe goddess of the forest, something like that. Nature, I guess. Yeah, goddess of nature. So her big thing that she's promoting at the spa, it's like hikes, spas, like spa baths, rest, and like an enzyme that she created called Eternal Youth, which is kind of a little addictive. So pretty much nothing happens. He's looking into an investigation because like three billionaires have recently disappeared. The cops have like no idea what's going on, and Bruce, he goes to one of the ladies' houses, and she finds an Eternal Youth tape, just like he got. Which I'm just like, do people not tell their like help or their family where they're going? I mean, I feel like, hey, bye, secretary, I'm off for a weekend spa treat. I don't know. I feel it's just odd that like nobody would tell anybody. I don't know. That's just me. I If I'm going somewhere, I tell somebody where I'm going. That way, if I don't show up, they're like, "Oh, they were last at this place." That's just me, but whatever. Um, so Bruce, he calls Alfred. He's like, "Alfred, ask them about the lady," and he's like, "I already did." And they said she left like a couple days before her visit was over, so nobody knows. And I'm just like, "Yeah, that'll hold up in court." Well, in Gotham City Court, yeah, because I don't. Their justice system is so screwy. Um, so Alfred and Maggie, they're back, and Alfred, he's acting really weird. He decorated the entire Batcave with plants, and he does then collapse because he's like just so exhausted. And Batman, he looks up the enzyme that Alfred took with him because Dr. Demeter, Poison Ivy, gave her like a vial of that enzyme stuff to, I guess, get addicted to. So Alfred, he gets knocked out of it, and Bruce Wayne, he does some experiments and he wants to test it on blood, and the blood immediately turns into like a vine, and he's like, "Oh shit, this is bad," because Alfred, him and Maggie, they missed it so much they're going back to the spa, and it is kind of aggravating because like the second they get back to the spa, Poison Ivy's like, "All right, tree time," see, and she turns them both into trees, and I'm just like, well, why the hell would you even get them addicted to that vine stuff? And just to like, as soon as they come back, to turn them to trees? Because like to me, he could have been like, "Oh, hey, cops, these two people, they were at the spa, but they ran away." But it's so suspicious. You go to the spa, come back a few days later. Oh man, I have to go back to the spa again. Like, I don't know. And then Poison Ivy's okay with pretty much killing him because she's mad at Bruce Wayne for the logging issue. And I'm just like, he canceled that immediately. But she's okay with hurting his friends like Alfred and Maggie. And I'm just like, okay, once again, if he was any billionaire, I really don't think he would care that his help and the help's girlfriend are trees. Like, I feel like he just like be like, oh, okay, it's no skin off my teeth. Whatever. So Batman, he shows up, and two henchwomen surprise him with like they're pointing guns at him, which is really stupid. Like, it's like the guns that spray the enzyme on him, and I say it's stupid because he finds that all the guests are uh, turned into like trees and whatnot, and I will say he has like one of the better line reads ever. She says something like, "I've got the patience of a redwood," and then Batman counters with, "Yeah, and the conviction of a fanatic." I did not say it nearly as right, but the way Kevin Conroy delivers that line, it's so good. But anyway, she's like, "Oh, Batman, if you're not with me, you're against me. Get 'em, girls." And then they start spraying him with the enzyme, and he's just like getting coated with it and whatnot. And he's like, "Yeah, I took a look at your enzyme, and I covered my entire bat suit with anti-enzyme material." And I'm like, "Batman, why the fuck did you let yourself get tied up in the first place?" Because they like bound his hands behind his back, and I'm just like, "Batman, why? You literally just made your job more difficult. Like, as soon as they pointed the enzyme guns at you, you should have been rocking and rolling. You should have been batarangs and punches and all that stuff." I don't know. I thought it was a really dumb move on his part. So he takes out the two henchwomen, and then Batwoman, she like pins him to a tree with her arrows. She like shoots one in the cape, shoots one on his shoulder. So he's basically pinned. And then he like throws a batarang right at her, and it knocks out like the super concentrated enzyme that's like 10 times more powerful, whatever. And it hits the ground, and it just like turns into a tree with Poison Ivy. Like, here's the tree going up. Poison Ivy was right here as it's going up. She slams into a fucking glass wall. Like, just absolutely slams into it. I'm like, Batman, once again, it might have been accidental, but that was just straight. She could have died there. Like she could have 100% just got smashed. But anyway, tree keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's very reminiscent of the tree from Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you remember the swamp episode, or think of like the trees on Kashyyyk and Star Wars, just huge ass tree. Um, but I mean, he gets her. Everything's all fine. All the people that were turned into trees before, the enzyme wasn't powerful enough to keep them that way, because you have to spray it over like an extended period of time for it to be that way. And Bruce is seeing Maggie and Alfred in the hospital, and he brings a plant. And Maggie's like, "Bruce, are you kidding me right now? How insensitive." And she's like, "Alfred, as sweet as he is, he's pretty fucking dumb." And Alfred gives her this look, like, "Yeah, it's over." Which I'm pretty sure it is, because I don't recall ever seeing Maggie again, if I'm being honest. I mean, I've seen this show multiple times, and I really, from the top of my head, do not remember seeing Maggie again. So that's pretty much the episode. Rating wise, I thought it was pretty boring. I thought her plan was stupid. I thought Batman's plan was stupid with like the fake getting tied up. I mean, he just made his job more difficult. Um, so yeah, like a lot of dumb decisions in this episode. Like a lot of dumb decisions. So I don't know. I think I might give this a 2 out of 7, just because like it's just I don't care. It was just Poison Ivy trying to get back at a bunch of billionaires for chopping down trees and whatnot. But then she's like, "Oh well, we've got his butler and his nanny, or his butler's girlfriend. So yeah, they'll work too." I'm like, Poison Ivy, you're just kind of an asshole. Like, yeah, that solves nothing. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a 2 out of 7 is pretty fair. The concept of them turning into trees, though, that's horrifying. I kind of wish they did more with that, but it's whatever. Bye.